Okay, so we're going to do an addendum to the Firefall Into the Vortex series. This is going to be an extra episode we're going to do. Basically, we did a little more research. We looked around. We tried to figure out what was going on. And what we've discovered is it seems to be like a land grab kind of thing. And basically what we're seeing is these AI chosen are attacking this town. And we have got a group of people that are going in, and there's just tons of them. And the best way I could describe it is we're trying to get the objective, kind of like that Ares mission we were doing earlier, from the bad guys to try to take the town back over. We've discovered that depending on how many outposts you carry,
You're still with me. Please say something.
okay, however many outposts you carry in like places you're controlling, you get bonuses like damage bonuses and things like that. I'm kind of getting this giant tug of war feel from this, kind of like PlanetSide was a good description. There's definitely more than this that first meets the eye. We were all intrigued, obviously, by the game when we first started, but we're starting to peel away the layers. And as we peel away the layers, the game is definitely becoming more and more intriguing. They just need to work on that tutorial system really badly. Oh man, there's so many guys in this hallway.
We're picking something up down here, those little orbs.
Yeah.
We need to pick them up and take them somewhere.
It said to put them in the bomb or something. Oh man, I'm over my head. I'm down. I committed suicide. Good job, Nick. Splash damage against the wall.
There's an Accord outpost nearby.
I pulled a
Let's go
Hikaro.
look into their synap link so we can
Oh,
receive
somebody
data
got me
from
up.
the tower.
Thanks, dude. I'm switching weapons so I don't do that again. Oh, nope, I lied. I'm down again. Can he get me again? Is he that crazy?
I see ya. I see ya.
So basically, what we're figuring out slowly but surely is that the game is very group-based. It's very much about our faction versus theirs, except unlike most of the games we've come across, our faction is all the players, and their faction is the computer-controlled opponents. While this does seem different, I definitely don't think it's necessarily bad. Like, for example, this is pretty fun. I mean, big group of guys, almost public quest-like, jumping in, taking out wave after wave of guys, trying to get to the center. Obviously, we're getting lots of crystals and cool stuff like that, currency. It appears to be another layer to the game. As we peel away more layers, we will add more addendums and more bonus episodes, so you can kind of see what we're learning as we're learning it. Okay, if you have anything to add to what you've learned in Firefall, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I know our viewers would be interested, as we have a lot of viewers that are new to the game or haven't started the game or are thinking about joining the game. So let us know. See you next time. Okay, so addendum number 2. We have apparently found something that looks like a rift. Just outside of town, this seems to be where all the bad guys are coming from. I'm going to go down again. I get to a distance so I can get back up. But it appears to be that there are invasion forces that are like warping themselves in. I'm down, Gallows. Got me. Thanks. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
We're both down. There's someone there. I don't know if he's going to be able to get us back up. So it appears that this is an actual invasion. Like, there is a faction that is trying to accomplish something in the base. The base has built-in defenses that it appears you can create and that you can strengthen. Someone got me up. I need up. Where are you? Adding a whole nother sub-level of this. But it definitely appears that this is the focal point right here, this transporter. Okay, so an update to the addendum videos. We just completed what appeared to be a giant world event. It appeared to be a world event, but I have a feeling these things happen quite often in this area. It was like a Rift event that you would see in the game Rift, if you've seen those videos we did on that game, where it opens up and then anybody can join the public quest to meet these objectives. The scale of it was enormous, though. As you saw earlier, we were first in the base going down to get things from this area where there was just swarms and swarms of guys. Then the next thing we find is this portal-looking rift thing, this like generator alien technology outside of town, which we showed you earlier, that we needed to destroy. What we discovered was that every minute or so, a shield discharge thing would drop. You turn the shield discharge thing on, then you have to defend it for a minute and 15 seconds. If you could defend it for a minute and 15 seconds, then it disrupts the shields of the pylons around it, so you can destroy it. Once you destroy a pylon, you're going to need another shield recharge thing to drop, and then you can start it over again. Once all the pylons are destroyed, the idea is that you destroy the structure. What actually happened was the structure blew up into this giant tornado-looking thing that was enormous and would kill you if you got anywhere near it. And then there were all these floating alien things in the air that seemed to be powering it. So it told us to attack those, so we did, and everybody was trying to attack it while we were being attacked on the ground. Once we killed all of those, it appeared that the tornado was going to go away, but then all of a sudden it didn't. The voice actor came up and said that it appeared to turn into a portal. What's going on? So we jumped into the portal. I know, this just keeps getting crazier. We jump into the portal, and inside the portal, communications with the SYN network break free, and you're just getting attacked by wave after wave of these alien things. And from what I can tell is it felt kind of like a bonus round. I don't know if we were supposed to be doing something in there other than killing guys and collecting loot, but it just felt like there were just wave after wave of not too incredibly challenging guys, to the point where it just got too overwhelming and there's nothing you could do about it, and then the timer ended and it warped you out. Once we were warped out, we're right back in a normal town again. We just appeared back at one of the point of interest watchtowers, and we had a bunch of rewards. I mean, we got a lot of rewards for doing this. 40,000, 30,000 experience, something like that, not to mention tons of crafting items. I had a purple crafting item, not sure what it's for, but this event basically lays the groundwork for what it looks like is going to be a faction-based war system, where you are controlling points of interest on the map, while the AI faction, the evil factions, if you may, are attacking to take it back. The frequency of them I don't know, but I do know that it was pretty epic. I mean, it was a little hectic because we didn't know what we were doing, but I can see that as being a whole lot of fun with the big group of people jumping in and just taking it out, kind of like the Rifts or the Rift and the zone invasions are in Rift. What do you think, Gallows? Did you catch anything I missed?
Well, I got the impression that it was similar to Rift for any of those that are familiar with it, but it seemed like, unlike Rift, where you just kind of went around and you gathered some of the resources, it seemed like the goal was to kind of complete it so that you could get to that bonus round, so to speak, and that's where the loot is that you want, whether it be the components. I noticed a lot of people that once we got to that alien-looking world of the bonus round, that they were going around and shooting those rocks, and then as the rocks were exploding, there was stuff falling out of it, and it would the voice actor even said that there's high concentration or high density materials in there, and it was unlike they've ever seen. So I'm assuming that it was something that you can only get at those places, or something to that effect, where you want to get those to make your character more powerful. So that's going to be the goal, to actually force people to those areas and defend them and do those public quests. So I think they're probably on the right track there as far as the public quests, because in a multitude of other games, the public quests have a tendency to fail or break down because nobody does them. So this seems like there is going to be a draw there, so that will keep them interesting and fresh, so and draw the people to it. So
yeah, as long as they continue to provide things that you need in those quests, so items that you would desire to have so you can upgrade your character or whatever it might be, I think that they can keep people going to those consistently. Now, something else I had noticed when we were in there is that we were actually getting item drops, like full-on enhancements for the character drops, guns and stuff like that. I did not expect that in this game. I thought this game was going to be strictly crafting, and finding item drops and passives, and I thought armor plating stuff and things like that were pretty cool. Um, what did you think about that whole system where we were starting to see drops?
Well, it's definitely interesting. I mean, I guess it kind of falls in line with the crafting system, whether it be, unique components that you need to actually make them, or just the outright item upgrade itself. I guess it's just a more of a reward system if you want something instant versus making something that may be even better. Because I just get the impression that the crafting system is probably pretty in depth. It seems like there's a lot of components that you're going to need, and I'm sure some of them will probably be pretty tough to get on their own. So I would imagine the end game, so to speak, items will probably be from those crafting elements.
Yeah, I agree completely. The crafting system definitely seems extremely deep, and I would assume that the end game items would be from those items too. It just seems like it all ties in. Everything is starting to make a complete picture. A couple other things that we had found out since we had finished recording the Into the Vortex series was that you actually can modify the color of your battle frame. As you can probably see, mine is now green, and Gallows is over here, and he is a nice red and black. Still sleeveless, though. Well, half sleeveless. The
What if there's an upgrade for that?
It's very possible. I also noticed that when we came out of this event, I had something saying I needed to do maintenance. So I went to the garage, and it appeared that I needed to repair my jetpack. So items that you wear do take damage over time, based off the amount of times you die, I assume, which I did a number of times in that event. But it didn't charge me anything. I don't know if that's because I'm still within some time limit of being a new player, since this was recorded directly after we recorded the series, or if maybe there's just, unless you get to a certain point of damage, it doesn't cost you anything. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but there is definitely a repair function in the game. Can you think of anything else we learned in the last little bit that we want to add to this?
Just the fact that there's actually more battle frames than what we have access to at this time. I've noticed that either through the in-game currency or which is the red beans, or through the pilot tokens, you can actually purchase. I don't know if they're hybrids or upgraded versions of the kind of base models of Engineer and Dreadnought and so on and so forth, but there are, the additional battle frames that you can get for those.
That's true. We did notice that they were doing some starter packs, I think a $20 one and a $100 one that came with some of those, and it appeared that they were purchasable items in the game that are called advanced battle frames. So it seems like there is another level to those battle frames. It's not just these 5. I saw a couple of people on the World event we were doing that had frames that just looked really awesome. So I'm not sure if those advanced warframe or battle frames are just a look kind of thing, just a visual effect, aesthetic choice, or if there's actually more to them. But that is definitely another aspect of the game that's intriguing. This game, while it doesn't explain itself very well at the beginning, it definitely dangles enough in front of you that you want to go and figure it out. You want to learn what it doesn't show you. And I find myself, each time I find out something new and I find an answer, there's 5 more questions that I want to know. And it was, for example, we got to that town at the end of the Into the Vortex series, and we saw that there were defenses everywhere that weren't active, and there was a way you can pay into things, and we're like, there has to be some type of battle system, and then a battle started, and then you're like, now what is this? It seems to be a very intriguing world, and for an MMO, I have to say that's a good sign. Okay, well, we will go ahead and call it here. If you have any questions, or if you know anything that you can add to the discussion, maybe you've played in the closed beta more than we did, and you kind of figured this stuff out, please leave it in the comments below. I know that us and, of course, our viewers are very interested in filling in the gaps that we haven't been able to figure out in the game. Also, if you want to see more, let us know. Subscribe, favorite, like, share. All that stuff helps us greatly. Okay, see you guys next time.